Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Glenn Close.
I'm here to honor the work of Alison Krauss. In 1995, I played the role of the extraordinary Margarethe Cammermeyer in NBC's made-for-TV film Serving in Silence. When President Obama signed the Don't Ask, Don't Tell Repeal Act in 2010, Greta Cammermeyer was one of the witnesses standing behind him in the Oval Office. When I was asked to help honor Alison tonight, I reached out to Greta, who sent the following message. Alison, your work has had a profound effect on social justice throughout the USA. You told our collective story with truth, dignity, and integrity. Serving in Silence was more than just the Margarethe Cammermeyer story. It truthfully portrayed a life story which could have applied to anyone. It has aired hundreds of times on televisions around the world. It demystified homosexuals in society and in the military. I have received letters from homosexuals in Malaysia, the Australian outback, and India who thought they were alone, but after seeing Serving in Silence realized they were not. Alison, congratulations for the impact your work had on overturning Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And congratulations for this award, well deserved. Signed, Colonel Margarethe Cammermeyer, retired. Alison's bravery doesn't end there. Her 1989 dramatic television film, Roe v. Wade, thoughtfully tackled a subject that is still fraught with controversy and contention today, delving thoughtfully into a difficult choice many women have had to make. It takes courage to tackle the subjects Alison Krauss has taken on, to give voice to those who may not have one, and a special talent to help those who discriminate see the humanity of those they persecute. Alison's work is not only engaging and critically acclaimed, but also stands on the right side of history time and time again. Thank you, Alison, for your words, your principles, and your heart. I am proud and honored to present the 2018 Paddy Chayefsky Laurel Award to Alison Krauss.
On the floor here.
Here, I'll hold it.
This is heavy. I didn't know it was going to be that heavy. Glenn, thank you. Start with that. You made me look good in Serving in Silence, and you made me look good tonight, so thank you. It's nice to be up here with you. I also know that I wouldn't be receiving this award without the heroes who took a chance on me. Bob Rafelson, who bought my first screenplay and taught me the meaning of fearlessness. Michael Mannheim, who produced Roe v. Wade through 19 drafts, none of them free, which is important, we all know. Thank you, Michael. It did include one I wrote on my honeymoon, but Michael proved that perseverance actually works, because we got the movie made. Barbara Corday, who consulted on my first pilot and showed me that grace and strength could and should coexist. And as you saw from this very lovely compilation that was done, Stephen Bochco, who somehow trusted me to co-create a TV series with him, Philly, when I never even worked on a series before. But I learned from Stephen that depth doesn't take a lot of pages, it takes a lot of thought, and that writing faster doesn't mean thinking faster. He taught me to find pleasure and purpose in every scene of every single script. So I've been a working writer since I was 17, and a cub reporter with a paycheck at UCLA's Daily Bruin, moonlighting as a copy assistant at the LA Times. I got my WGA union card writing, yes, real news at WCBS in New York, and writing is all I've ever done. News, features, long form rewrites, pilots, episodes, and I realized, especially when I was thinking about this award, that I always managed to keep writing about the same thing, and that's the fight for fairness. And whether that's the right to serve in the military, no matter who you love, or women's right to choose what happens to our bodies, and that's in every sense, not just the one that was in Roe v. Wade, but all, especially with the hashtag Me Too. That matters for the right to decide ourselves, or the right to equal treatment by the law and by life. So I'm particularly proud to receive this award named for Paddy Chayefsky, who wrote with such compassion and respect for the underdog. He said, because I looked this up, the only commitment any of us can have is to other human beings. And that really rang loudly with me. Like him, I'm mindful of the terrifying power of television, but also the generosity of the audiences who let us into their homes and heads and hearts. And it's our job to surprise them and to entertain them and to engage them. And I think that when we show the humanity of our characters, that we give faces to the unseen and voices to the unheard, and if we show enough diversity of all kinds, then we normalize diversity. And when we tear down preconceptions, we start to shift the status quo by raising expectations. So I'm still an optimist. I think words carry the power to make a difference. Writers have always been the front line for change. I mean, if not us, who? So now more than ever, we need to keep fighting for the truth, word by word, scene by scene, day by day. My other real lifetime achievement happens to be my family all here. That's my husband, Peter Grossman, who keeps me steady and honest. Our son, Colin, who gives me faith in the future, and my mother, Yvonne, who is the first and strongest woman in my life and always told me I could do anything. Thank you for your love and patience and everything you put up with me, deadline after deadline. But also a big shout out to my bigger family of writers here and in New York. May our next pages always be our best pages. Thank you.